This happened when I was 12 and my brother was 17, and it's truly proof that the living are more terrifying than the dead. I think about this every Halloween. This is not a paranormal story. The community I grew up in was made mostly of Hispanic people, so the folklore of La Llorona was very popular in the area and especially around Halloween. For those of you who don't know, the myth is basically a story about a woman who married a rich man, had a perfect life, and then the man cheated on her. She was so distraught that she took her children to the river and drowned them. After she died herself, but she couldn't pass on to the afterlife without her children, the myth is that she roams the river looking for her kids. If she spots living children, she will grab them and drown them to take them to the afterlife with her. The story is meant to keep kids from playing in the river. Most of my friends that year were too cool and grown up to go trick-or-treating that year, and were planning on having a party instead. I was really disappointed and asked if my brother would take me trick-or-treating. He agreed, and we went while it was still light outside so I would be able to make it to the party before the end of the night. Since we had gone too early, there weren't a lot of people ready to hand out candy, so after a disappointing trek, we started walking back home. On our way home, we passed by a park that had a river running next to it. On Halloween, older teens would usually wait at this park to try to see if they could spot La Llorona. Waiting to spot her at this particular park was a well-known town tradition that people had done for decades and that still continues to this day. However, there were no kids or teens there yet because it was still kind of early. But there were people in the park putting on a Llorona play. We decided to stop and watch it. There was not really much of an audience. It seems like it was just us and another few kids who were part of the group putting on the play, who were not in costumes and didn't even have trick-or-treating buckets with them. When we sat down, a woman approached us and asked if we were trick-or-treating. I told her we were, and she dropped a small comic book in my trick-or-treat bag and smiled. She seemed very kind and welcoming. The play started, and I got the weird feeling that something was off. The woman playing La Llorona pointed my brother and me out in the tiny audience and asked us what religion we are, to which my brother responded, Roman Catholic. She then told us that La Llorona was also